Greetings from SNOKYO. Unfortunately, it's not snowing anymore. It was snowing about 15 minutes ago. Crazy. And now it's gone away. And that's sort of the curse of live streaming. When you start a live stream, you have to go through with it, even if the weather changes. And I'm taking you outside. This, as you just saw from the beginning of this, is Hachiko Scramble. And I was up at the top of the Starbucks just to kind of give you an overview. Yeah, there's some snow, but this isn't the SNOKYO that I was promising. It was a snowstorm 15 minutes ago, but it might still come back again. So what I'm gonna do is walk with you around this area, and we're gonna hope that it just goes crazy. Now, it doesn't snow very often in Tokyo. I'd say once or twice a year, and when it does snow, it's for a very, very short time. You can see right now that the snow is not sticking. Despite it being like a crazy snow, none of it sticks. And that's kind of Tokyo, you know? It's always warm here in the city. When it does snow, it's usually gone the next day, except last year where we had something that we called SNOKYO. Hey, Mr. Das, thank you. Yes, that weather needs, I think, a hot drink. But it is like a little bit chilly cold. It's not Canadian cold. It's more like Tokyo cold, which is usually about exactly 0. Or maybe the weather in winter in Shibuya and Tokyo will fluctuate between like 0 and 13 degrees Celsius, which is like 55 degrees Fahrenheit to 32 degrees Fahrenheit. It's not as cold as New York. It's more like Washington, D.C. weather. So we don't really get a lot of snow. But you can see it is snowing a little bit right now, and it might snow again crazy. But it's hard to predict when it just goes. I mean, it was like a whiteout here. It was just all white from snow, and now it's kind of tapered off a little bit. But we might get it again. It might get it again. This snowstorm was my birthday present. That's right. I just turned 45 years old, and it feels like I'm 28. So it's been a lot of fun. Yesterday, Kanai and I went out for dinner. Actually, it was about 2 nights ago, but we stayed over in Shinagawa, which is cool. I'm gonna take you from here. We're gonna walk over towards Harajuku, where I've got a couple of friends here. My friends Dan and Lincoln from What's Inside are visiting Tokyo right now, so I'm gonna go over there and say hi to them. They're in Harajuku, I believe. At least that's where I told them to go. All right, so snow is the snow is forecasted for the entire day. So we're gonna have something. I'm sure it's gonna start to snow again. If not, if it does rain, I do have an umbrella. And in Japan, we have these clear umbrellas so you can see through them. You don't walk into walls. It's kind of neat to have these. That's why you'll see a lot of people have these plastic umbrellas. If the wind is heavy or the rain's heavy, you can tilt it down and you can see through the umbrella. So that's kind of the way, that's kind of the advantages to having that here in the city. It kind of saves you from embarrassment or injury. So we're walking now up towards Harajuku. This is the way I usually go to NHK when I have a studio shoot over there. Walk from Shibuya Station. We've started at Shibuya Station. We're going to be going all the way to Harajuku, for those of you who are just joining us right now. But it is snowing, and I'm hoping in the next 30 minutes or so, it will start to snow crazily, and then you'll be able to see SNOKYO. Maybe it'll even stick. This is called Basketball Street, or I call it Shibuya Sentagai, but I don't know why the city of Tokyo calls this Basketball Street. I guess they want to promote basketball. Kind of crazy. All right. So they have a snow cheese Whopper. That's interesting. I've never seen this before. So Japan is featuring the snow cheese Whopper. I guess that's the snow, right? You can see in the background they got snow. That's kind of cool. It's because Japan usually has different kinds of menus for the restaurants than other places in the world, because the Japanese are a little bit more trendier when it comes to their food. They like to continuously change up their menu, because that's how you know a company is innovating. Yeah. Hey, Tasty Chronicles, thank you very much. I will be stopping on the way for a cup of hot coffee or something warm to keep me from freezing out here. Aloha to Photoluke, Hawaii. All right, I'm now taking a detour. We're gonna be going up towards the street to Harajuku. Ah, this is the purikura place. This is where I usually go and get the purikura. All right, we're back. Sorry, we're between buildings, so it might be the signal might be rendering a little bit. So I've walked from Sentagai over here, and we're going up towards the avenue that'll take me to Harajuku. And the great thing about Shibuya that I really like, oh, there's the plastic food models. This one is for alm rice, and that's a massive alm rice up there. I like the one with curry on the omelet. So these are just plastic models. Last year I think it was 2 years ago in the summer, these plastic models kind of melted because underneath the glass it got so hot. We had some running ketchup, like just because the glass kind of magnified the sun's heat onto the plastic models. Sometimes that happens. The new plastics they've been using over the last couple of years sort of, whoa, a rabbit cafe. Hey there. That's cool. So you got rabbit cafes, hedgehog cafes, cat cafes, hamster cafes, every single kind of cafe. Oh, there's the cat cafe. Every single kind of cafe, animal cafe that you could think of is now here in Tokyo. I haven't seen that one before. But this is one of the streets that I kind of like to walk through because these shops are changing so fast. Every year there's a new brand or new shop or new company that's doing business on this little alleyway here. The rent's got to be incredible. It's just pedestrian traffic. Whoa! That's what I'm talking about. That's dessert time. Oh man. I'm so hungry. All right, we're gonna stop off and get a coffee on the way here. Thanks guys for the super chats, I appreciate that. It is snowing. Do you see it coming down a little bit? It's nowhere near what it was about 25 minutes ago. But the thing is, Japan's got 4 seasons. Each season has its own uniqueness, has its own. This is where Parko used to be. For those of you who used to live in Tokyo, Parko is now being renovated. So it looks like they've knocked it down and they're building a new building there. So a lot of you who've been here in Tokyo know exactly where I am. There's the Uniqlo across the street from what was the Parko, and this is where the old Apple store used to be, but they've moved that to another location. A little bit of manga on the walls here. It's kind of cool. You always get some good street art on the sides of construction sites these days in this area. And there's a lot of construction in Shibuya with the 2020 Olympics coming to try to renovate the area. Oh no, they finished it. Okay, I don't want to really plug Apple, but you can see straight ahead they've renovated the Apple store there. Sorry. I'm hoping it starts to snow. And you can see the construction. That's Shibuya these days. It's just all construction. All right, I'm waiting for this snowstorm to start to hit again. I don't know that anime. I'm not, as most of you know, I'm a newbie, or I don't have time to consume, I create. So I don't have a lot of time to watch stuff. I kind of, right now whoa! Oh, you didn't see it. The front of that car was just all snow. So I think it was fighting through a snowstorm to get here. Maybe we can catch up to it. All right, let's get going. Let's get going. Harajuku, this direction that I'm taking you, Harajuku is about 15-minute walk. And then from there, we will see if we can catch some snow. There's a lot of advertisements for the Rugby World Cup. These are the two mascots for the Rugby World Cup taking place this year in, I think it's around September, in fall. So you're gonna see a lot more Rugby World Cup stuff for those of you who are into the Commonwealth Games, and most of the people watching might not be. So US is very highly represented here. Hey, Esteban, thank you. Congrats on the marriage, man. Thank you. Love the show. I want to see some snow. There's some Denny's over there. Denny's Japan. I am walking up a hill, by the way. Denny's Japan has a pretty cool menu. It's all Japanese food. It freaked my mom out when she came to Japan, and she likes, whenever my mom comes to Japan, I ask her, where do you want to go? She wants to go to Denny's. It's weird. Japan's full of amazing food and restaurants. She goes to Denny's. But it is good. It is good. And this here is just another one of the buildings that's under construction in Shibuya. In 2020, this place is going to be really, really awesome. But right now, it's just so loud. What's this, Flippers? I saw this chain in Harajuku. You see that? It's another pancake chain. They got pancakes all over the city. I don't know. Look, I like pancakes, but something I can make at home. I don't understand why people go out to eat pancakes at restaurants. Maybe it's just me. I'm kind of old school. Uh-oh. Flippers. Never knew them. Somebody said last time in Harajuku there was a U.S. chain. But a lot of the U.S. companies are starting to come into Japan before the Olympics for the branding and the marketing deals. And then there'll be I think a lot of these businesses are going to be gone in 2021 after the Olympics. We will see. Korea in 1988 got a lot of brand American chains and stuff come in for the 1988 Olympics, and a lot of them stayed. So when I went to Korea in 1998 for the first time, it was like going back to the US in many respects, because they just had so much American food there. They don't have that. Japan didn't. We only had Hard Rock Cafe. All right, these days, what's Starbucks cranking out to the public? Romantic coffee chocolate. What? This is Kasuta Mania. Kasuta Mania. It's just like a coffee and cookies and stuff like that in it. Oh, that's nice and warm and inviting in there. It's nice and warm in there. The door opened up and this wave of heat hit me with coffee smell. And I was like going like this for a second. I almost went in there. I almost went in there. Hey, Tuotaku, happy birthday. Thank you. 45 will be a great year. It's an awesome year. 45 is an awesome number. I was kind of glad to get rid of 44 because 4 means death in Japanese. Shinu. And I don't like that number, but 45 is a pretty cool number. I can work with that. I can work with 45. All right, we're gonna get a coffee in Harajuku, but I gotta make this traffic light. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. To your right, to your left is NHK. And that's tons and tons of satellite towers. So they broadcast from here. This is the Shibuya Wholesale Center, or the Shibuya Broadcasting Center. And Tokyo Eye used to have the studio in there, but Tokyo Eye moved the studio. That's a show that I'm on for NHK World. They moved the studio to a different area of the city, so it's separated, which is fine. But inside that skyscraper, that building, they have convenience stores, cafeteria, hospitals. It's basically, NHK is a city within a city, which is very, very cool if you ever get a chance to go in there. I don't know why the gimbal's leaning over. Shouldn't be doing that. I have not been happy. For those of you watching, I've been changing gimbals a lot. I have not been happy with the DJI Osmo Mobile 2. It was my default because the other one I had broke. Look at that. Why won't it keep up? It was balanced before I started. It's cold. Amway is pretty big in Japan. There's an Amway tower over there, which is pretty cool. I don't know if it's cool or not, but I remember in college people were trying to sell me Amway all the time. I got to Japan and then people were still trying to sell me Amway. This is one of the buildings from the 1968 Olympics, and it looks it. It really looks it. It could be because it is a little bit cold out here, but this isn't Canadian cold, as I said when I started this. This is like Tokyo cold. It's maybe 0, and this snow that's falling right now could turn into rain. But it's only been, to go back to the theme of this live stream, snowstorm. I apologize to those of you, it was a snowstorm. It's turned into flurries, but it could turn back to snow at any moment. And when it does, we're live, so we're just gonna capture it. Like I remember looking out the window. It wasn't snowing, and Kanai had said, my wife had said that there was some snow, and I said, what? And then I went back to bed for a couple of minutes, and I woke up again, and it was just all white. And I said, I gotta get out there. And then when I did, of course, it was gone. You can see between us and that building is a lot of snow, but it's just flurrying right now. That's the Docomo Tower in Shinjuku. Now, my friends, so to go back to the snow, oh, there we go, see? Boom, I told you it snowed, look, proof. Got some proof now. Now it wasn't clickbait, the title. So for those joining us, it doesn't really snow in Tokyo. It snows maybe once or twice a year, and usually it'll snow once before the new year and then once afterwards, and you might get a freak snow in March. But in the 20 years I've been living in Japan, 21 years now, it's always been like this. And the winters are very, very mild in Tokyo. Again, the temperatures are like 0 to about 12 on average Celsius. Yeah. So I think it was 2 days ago I didn't need this jacket, and today I don't think I need this jacket, but I think there's some Canadians that are walking around in shorts. It's not as cold as Canadian cold, because I was in Montreal in December. It was minus 25 degrees Celsius. I went outside and my face froze like it was just ice underneath my skin. I don't know how, and I asked the Canadians at the meetup, I said, how could you live here? And they said it's different if you're born into it. And I guess that's so true. This is Yoyogi Park, and every weekend, typically, like, I'd say 42 weekends out of 52 of the year, they have some sort of ethnic event, usually a neighboring country like Thailand, Sri Lanka, India, Vietnam. They have street food events here, and this is a pretty cool place to come if you're just looking for something to do. Now they have a couple of stands, but you can see over there's a couple of street food stands, not that many, but Yoyogi Park does have some street food. Yoyogi Park does have some street food. Ah, stop it! We get 40 degrees in Texas. That's Fahrenheit for everybody. It's just as cold in Texas as it is in Tokyo, I bet. Our friends in the United States, my family are freezing from this polar vortex, I think, that hit Tokyo. Oh, I'm gonna try to make this light. You can hear the crows maybe in the background. I don't often make this traffic light. All right, what this puts us is on the Yoyogi Park side. Whoa, there's some big crows. Some Toby action going on here. All right, now you can start to see. You can see a little bit the snow that's accumulated on top of the trees here. It's not a lot. For Tokyo, this is a big deal. For the rest of the world, in the north, this is nothing. For Tokyo, this is like, it's snowing in Tokyo. Everybody go outside and play in the snow while it lasts, because you only have about 2 hours and then it all melts away. And then we have my family in India, which is going, snow, what's that? Wow, we're getting temperature reports -20 in Montana, 12 degrees Celsius in Arizona. Wow, I've never heard. Arizona is usually in the 30s year round. Well, Tokyo, we got a cold front that came through yesterday. Before that, it was pretty warm. Now I'm coming this way. I'm coming this way to meet Dan and Lincoln from What's Inside. They're back in Japan to do an episode on ninjas. And I don't know how much, I'm not going to talk too much about what they're doing. Maybe if we get a chance to catch up with them and we bump into them, I'll be able to say hi. But they're here to do an episode on ninjas for something. And I scouted out the ninja place in Asakusa that they were interested in, and it was pretty cool. Fujiyama Sensei was the ninja teacher. If you go to my Instagram, you can see him give me a demonstration of the ninja arts. He's pretty intense dude. He's been studying ninja. He's been studying martial arts for over 30 years, and he looks like he's only 35 years old. So probably from the age of 5, this guy he's grown into a ninja master. Do ninjas exist? I think they do and they don't. They no longer murder people in their sleep, but they teach foreigners how to be ninjas. That's pretty much it. The ninjutsu, right? Hey, Leo Doyle, I experienced -29 in Iowa 2 weeks ago, John. That's crazy. You go outside, your whole face is just frozen. Your eyelids, you can't close your eyes because your eyelids are frozen to the top, or they're frozen down if you're tearing. I've had the wind hit my eyes, and then the tears would come out, and then they would freeze all on my cheek. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna turn the camera around. We're getting close to Harajuku now. I wanted to take Dan and Lincoln to Iga, which is in Mie Prefecture, Mie-ken, and that is the ninja town. That's where ninjas, it's famous for having a culture of ninjas. Ninja Castle is the name of Iga Castle. It's the nickname. But Mie is quite far from Tokyo, so I don't think it was viable. They're only here for 2 days to film this. Tonight, oh, I can tell you what we're doing tonight. I might live stream this. What? Oh, this is candy. All right, I might live stream this. Tonight, I'm going to the robot restaurant with them. I've never been to this robot restaurant in my entire life. It's been here for over 10 years. I just never went because it's like, why would I go to that? But they're here and they said, I want to go to the robot restaurant. I'm like, all right, I'll go. So we're going there. We have a media pass. So we might get in the front row and get permission to film certain things that other people can't film. So I got to go meet them at 3 o'clock. So if you're in Shinjuku at 3 p.m., come to the front of the robot restaurant, 2:50, 3 p.m. Maybe we can come and say hi. Dan and Lincoln from What's Inside will be there, so you can say hi to them. I know they whenever they got a lot of followers, subscribers, so whenever they walk around, I'm sure they get noticed a lot more than me. I know it's always nice when people come to say hi from all over the world. All right, I'm turning around now, the camera. Check it out. We are now getting closer and closer. The snow is coming down a little bit harder than it did in Shibuya. So there's still some hope that we can get a snowstorm, like where it just comes down and it whites out. But it's not quite the SNOKYO that I was seeing about 35 minutes ago. And I repeat myself, one of the reasons why these live streams are a little bit longer too is because people are getting the notification and joining us at all different times. So when you watch in the playback and some people don't understand, the reason the live streams are a little bit longer is because people are joining us at different times, and I want everybody to get a chance to kind of share the experience of being live here with me in Tokyo, which is just so cool. What? All right, that crane there is for IKEA, or IKEA in Japanese. They're building an IKEA in Harajuku, and it's coming along pretty nicely. Should be built by next year, or maybe this year, I can't remember. But it's been in the news a lot. And this building, I guess, is part of the new Harajuku station. There's a hachiko bus going by. That's a 100 yen bus that connects this area. The Shibuya community bus. So much construction and renovations in the city of Tokyo these days. There, on your left, is Meiji Shrine, and you can see the tori, the gate, with some of the snow starting to come down. And Meiji's really beautiful in the snow too, because the path leading towards Meiji Shrine is just got this very light white cover on it. But right now there's it's just not sticking because the ground is warmer than the air right now, which is typical in Tokyo. Very, very rarely will snow stick in Tokyo. All right, we're just about there. It's also rare to see the Japanese flag like this. I wonder what's going on. I think there's a holiday coming up. Founders Day, I think it's called. Founders on Monday. There's a holiday in Japan. And we are now at Harajuku Station, for those of you who've been. This is Harajuku Station. And we're gonna walk now down Takeshita. We're gonna see if we can find Dan and Lincoln naturally. I don't know. But I didn't, I might live stream at this robot restaurant. Why the heck not, right? I might just go live and see if we can get a signal inside their robot restaurant. And we're supposed to, the robot restaurant show starts at 4 p.m. And then we get in there at 3 o'clock. So I might show a little bit. They know, I already told them I'm filming. I told the PR people at the robot restaurant yesterday. I said, we got a YouTube with 6 million subscribers, and we have me, and do you mind if we film in there? And they're like, okay. So that means, it could be cool. Yeah, what's inside is pretty nice. They're very, very nice people. They're good friends. And every time they come to Japan, I like to meet up with them, and they give me the lowdown what's going on the other side of the pond, on the other side of the Pacific. So I like it. I like it when my friends from the U.S. come and visit here. Whoa! You can see inside. That's gonna be IKEA. It's still just a skeleton, but in a couple of months, I think we're gonna see it pretty much come to life, and you'll see the IKEA sign. IKEA's got some serious money to be able to pull off a real estate purchase right in front of Harajuku Station, and there's Harajuku Station on the left side as we walk by it. There's the iconic station building in front there. But if IKEA's buying property like this is massive. This is a big purchase for IKEA, or IKEA as we say. Larnie Rivera, color me true. Wow, I'm seeing Tokyo again. You are. Thanks for this, John. I hope we can collaborate one day. Yes, it's always fun to visit people, see people from all over the world come in to visit. It's nice to collaborate with them. Here comes the Yamanote line, full speed, chugging in. I guess it wouldn't be full speed if it's chugging in. Sounds cooler though when you say full speed. Just like it sounds cooler when you say snowstorm in Tokyo. I promise there was a snowstorm. There was. It was. It's just flurries now. Well, I mean, it wasn't a complete waste. You got a chance to see Tokyo at an angle. Thank you, DJI Osmo. Keeping things real for all of us here. All right, this is Takeshita Street here. I'm gonna take it away. Snokyo is alive and well. There's a Narita Express going by. It's cool. I didn't know the Narita Express came this way. It's kind of a new route, I think. Probably been around for a few years, but Narita Express used to just come into Tokyo and I think went down to Shinagawa or something. I can't remember. Here you go, everybody. Ladies and gents. We've now made it to one of the dreaded places that I hate. I always try to avoid, but yet I'm here for you because, you know, I love you guys. This is Harajuku's Takeshita Street, and if I pan down, you can enjoy shopping with Visa. What? This is so good. This has gotten so commercial. This is insanely commercial. I kind of miss the old Harajuku where brands weren't here. It was all satellite shops for small fashion houses that were trying to market new looks to young people. Now it's like Disney Store, McDonald's, just a bunch of chains. Yeah, Larnie writes, we could talk about IKEA all day. I also work for IKEA. Whoa! And I will be there at the Tokyo Open. That's pretty cool. You're now looking at this Harajuku station behind me, and this in front is Takeshita Live. No more Harajuku style, writes in Jeff. Yeah, I'm down with that. I'm on your side there. We're gonna walk through here, and I'm just gonna see. They should be here. I'm gonna see if we can catch my friends Lincoln and Dan on the street. They've come here to buy squishies, squishy toys. Do you know these things are plush squishies? And they said to me, and I didn't. Oh, they're like dead on. Look, there's squishies. They said to me that these are a big rage in the United States. And I had no idea. I'm not a squishy person. I'm more of a, eat a lot of really delicious food person, not so much a toy person. But they came here, they came to the street for squishies. So let's see if we can find Dan and Lincoln walking here. If you see them, let me know. Just shout at me. Hey Nate, thank you. How come there's less people? It's the day is just starting. The store's open at 11 and we're at about an hour in. It's about 12 o'clock. So the day's just starting. It's gonna get a lot more crowded in about 30 minutes to an hour. But right now it's still pretty new. The one thing I do like about this area is the graffiti and the stickers. Graffiti is never good, but it's always interesting to see when people have taken it on themselves to create something. It's kind of cool to see the chaos of it. The graffiti here is not that good. I think people are practicing. But if you look at the graffiti underneath the graffiti, that's kind of neat. There's stuff in there. Hey Matsumi, thank you. I'm looking forward to seeing Matsumi later on this month too, who's going to be making a trip to Japan. Whoa. What? It's a ninja cat. That's awesome. That's one bad cat. Now, a lot of these places ask you not to film here. No, there's the plushies. Look, I think that what's inside was right. You can see that they've got these squishies. Wow. They have a Donald Trump squishy. Did you see that? Was it a Donald Trump squishy? They look really cute too. Hold on a second. Was that a Donald Trump squishy? I don't know. This just seems really funny to me. It's Donald Trump squishy. Like, I don't want to buy it. People are going to get angry at me. What am I going to do with it? Kanai doesn't want it. I bought Donald Trump chocolate at JFK airport for Peter, and the internet exploded and said, why would I support him? I wasn't. I just wanted to eat chocolate and get it for my friend. I don't get into politics, but it's pretty cool when you see the U.S. president in a squishy. Let's see if we can find something else here. I'm looking for my friend Dan and Lincoln, and if I see them, I'm gonna go and take them to the President Trump squishy. This is so cool. Oh wow, And the stretchy cheese thing has made its way here too. This Korean phenomenon of cheese that stretches. This is expensive here. It's double the price as ameyoko. Wow. Oh, look at the cotton candy. Look at that. You see that on the left side right there? They've got that massive... I guess they couldn't eat it in the snow. It would all melt in their hands. If Photo Luke Hawaii is watching this, you can see I'm zooming in by pinching the screen. He had a question about that earlier. Whoa. That's pretty big. Wow. That's that shop, I guess. I'm gonna go see if I can find my friends, and then I'll come back up the street and maybe get. I want to get something to drink or eat with you guys. This is pretty cool. I'm not a big fan of Harajuku, but it's not that crowded right now, so it's kind of almost bearable. But on most weekends, this is the red flag avoid avoid sticker for me. That's kind of not my place to go to. No, I'm not. You're not supposed to film this, but what am I supposed to do? I'm just walking by it. I try to follow the law. I don't know. I don't see them. Dan, Lincoln. Dan, Lincoln. You see them? I think Dan is 6'3". He should stick out. Lincoln's getting pretty tall too. He's 13 and he's pretty tall. I had to ask them what their feet size were, and it was like Lincoln's is like size 30 centimeters, which is like 11 or 12. How you doing? Maybe a big guy. All right, we're getting close to the end here. You guys enjoying yourself here? It's a lot warmer where you're watching this. I think you're a lot warmer. Stay in front of the fire. There's the SNOKYO Mart. This is where I also went for the my Harajuku episode about 5 years ago, and they outfitted me with fashion. A lot of people have asked me, SNOKYO Mart is in the basement. For that episode, a lot of people asked me why I chose those shops for the fashion. 5 years ago, this was very, very difficult to film the street without permission. You just couldn't get permission to film. So there were only about 4 shops that let me film inside, and the others were very, very strict against it. So Michelle Branch, who was helping with me on that episode, he could not. We just could not get the options to make a better clothing match. But she did an awesome job for what we had to work with. There's some weird masks. I don't know who buys this stuff. I don't know who buys it. They've got Kit Kats here, of course. I sent one to my supporters on Patreon. It was an orange one, and Jason wrote in that it tasted like orange ice cream. This one is a strawberry, I believe. It's about $1.50 for that. $1.75. All right, here's the end, which has gotten crazy because this building is brand new on the left side, and on the right side, it's not the Harajuku that I remember. This is a new Harajuku. All right, I don't see those guys. All right, I don't see them. But if you remember that Harajuku episode, from 5 years ago, go back and watch it. It's one of my favorites. It just was pretty insane. But They had a satellite shop for AC/DC rags here, which was a local brand from the 1980s that was built here, maybe from the end of the 70s. His Mr. Doi-san is the owner, and they eventually caved, and this is the entrance to Harajuku right here. They eventually caved. I guess they didn't have a choice, and they had to remove that satellite shop. It was this weird little teeny corner shop where they sold little t-shirts and some of the stuff from their main shop. It was like right at the entrance, and that was part of their identity, and I guess they had to sell it. And Rima, who's the son of the founder, he's a friend of mine, and he's still just creating Harajuku fashion, but instead of concentrating just in Harajuku, he's taken his brand more globally off of the street, and I think that's a good thing. But it was still sad when I remember, I guess it was about last year, I walked down the street, and then they'd removed that shop because it was fighting really hard. It was fighting really hard to, I've never seen an ice cream cone like that before. Fighting really hard to maintain it, and they just couldn't do it anymore. All right. I don't know. These are the people who kicked them out. I'm up for getting a crepe, I guess. I could do this. What do you guys think? Who wants a crepe? I do! All right, but the thing is, they got some weird crepes here. They get some weird crepes. They have like lunch crepes. This crepe has hot dogs in it. This one has chicken. That one has tuna fish. Just some weird crepes. I don't know. That's $5 for a crepe. Oh, the strawberry crepes look good. Check it out. I think I'm gonna go get that. What do you guys think? Shazri writes in crepe, all right. Ugh writes in PMX. Tuna fish writes in Jason. We seem to be somewhat conflicted on what we want to do here. That's all right. That's all right. I don't see Lincoln and Dan. I'm gonna walk back. All right, let's end this with I'm gonna go get a crepe, and we're gonna end this one. No, there's no natto crepe. There's no natto crepe. I'm gonna go get a crepe, and then we're gonna end this live stream. I just want something to share with you. You gotta see what I want to get here. Well, like, oh my word, they put a whole piece of cheesecake in there? They put a whole cheesecake in there? Look at that. Is that real? Is that real? Oh, let's try this one. Strawberry, choco cookie, and cream cheese cake. Okay, let's try that. Strawberry, choco cookie, and cream cheese cake. あ、こんにちは。ストロベリーチョコクッキー&クリームチーズクレープお願いします。どうしたありがとうございます。時間がかかりますか？Alright. So, I'm waiting. She said it will be quick. And she was looking at me and smiling. That was funny. So I guess yeah, when you come to Harajuku, getting a crepe is the thing to do. I don't know which shop is the best shop. Which shop is not? They're all the same, maybe. Oh, 早かった。ありがとうございました。All right. How do I eat this now? I don't think I thought this through. All right, hold on a second. Wait, I got a tripod. Hold on. There's a stand, and I have a tripod. All right. This is getting crazy. What? Oh, look at this. This is cookies on it. Ikari's in love here. Oh, this is gonna be hard. Okay, I think I can do this. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I did it. We're now at the entrance of Harajuku, and I have a crepe. Look at this thing. Oh yeah, this is crazy. There's Oreo cookies with cheesecake, strawberry, and cream, and they made it in like 1 minute. How good can this be? This is part of the Tokyo experience. Thanks guys, everybody, for the super chats in here. Hey, Jim's here. Jim, how are you? We got some snow here, Jim, but it's starting to. Even the snow's starting to go away. This is pretty sweet. Wow. I think the Oreo is really good looking strawberries too. Oh, these aren't just fresh strawberries. These are like strawberries that have been sitting in syrup. These are syrup and cream strawberries. You know, like the kind that would be in a strawberry pie. Wow. It's a piece of cheesecake in there. Check it out. Cheesecake. Can you do it like the ice cream cone? I used to go like this and suck the ice cream out of it. It doesn't work with crepes. You're eating unhealthy body mass. Maya Zombie writes in. I'm not sure I understood you. You had me at unhealthy. Insulin high. My hands are pretty cold. I never wear gloves though in Tokyo because it never gets that cold. So actually, I only found one of the 2 gloves. This is the crepe shop, but I guess there's no line for the crepes right now.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Hi, are you John?
I am John.
Oh my god! I watch your videos.
Oh really?
Yes.
Where are you from?
I'm from Australia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any Australians watching?
Oh, are you doing a live stream? I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's alright.
Okay, I'm sorry. No.
How long are you in Japan for?
2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, because I saw you, I'm just like, wait, he looks really familiar. But that's what I saw him somewhere. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I'm looking for my friends that are supposed to be here, but I'm not sure where they are right now.
Oh, okay. Can I have a photo with you? That's
Sure.
Right? Okay.
Yeah. I got half a crepe. I don't have any cream on my...
No, you look great. You look great. You're fine.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm just like, you were thinking, I thought you were filming, so I'm just like, I don't want to disturb.
Oh, I'm always filming something.
Yeah.
What's your name?
I'm Jess.
Jess, nice to meet you, Jess.
To meet you. Oh my god.
Where have you been in Japan? Where did you go to visit?
Mostly here, because shopping district, because why not? And then we just went to Akihabara yesterday.
Okay.
Just for a bit, because it was like in the late evening. And then, yeah, I don't think we went anywhere. Oh, Shinjuku, there we go. We went there.
Oh, Shinjuku?
Yeah, pretty much. So,
I'm going to the robot restaurant tonight. Did you go there?
No, I want to go, but I don't think we have tickets or anything in time, so yeah.
It's expensive.
Is it?
Robot restaurant was like $80 for tickets or something.
Oh.
I know, right?
That that is expensive.
I know, it's
Oh my
really
God.
expensive. Luckily, I'm not paying for it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Yes, it is. Oh my
Do you find Tokyo is expensive?
Yeah, I'll say it's expensive. I'll say not what we expected, but I'm like, okay, it's alright. It's enough to get us around. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, have a good trip.
Thank you.
I'm walking back up this way.
Thank you.
Yeah. See you guys.
Thank you.
It's nice to visiting from Australia. That was a good crepe. Alright. So I'm going to end this live stream. I'm going to end this live stream and I'm going to see if I can find my friends Lincoln and Dan. But if we do this right, we should have another live stream from the robot restaurant, okay? And we're gonna start that maybe around 4 p.m. or a little bit before, because that's when it's supposed to start. So thanks guys for watching this. This is fun. I mean, it wasn't a snowstorm that was happening about an hour ago, but you know, now we got a snowstorm of people. That's something. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you in the next live stream.